Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Coaster. Today I want to do something different. I had a question that needs answering and it's genuinely intriguing. It's the question, how long should queue lengths be? Okay, so here we are. The idea here is we're going to pause the game. We're going to make a test tube for which to get the very best test on queue length. So we're gonna build a park with 4 rides and 1 food and drink stall, and run it for 2 years and find out which park makes more money, the one with the short queues or the long queues. That's the exit. Okay, that's the exit for that. Okay, exit for that. Exit for that, and the exit for that. Alright. Now I will save it right here. And I'm going to save it twice. This is going to be test tube long queue. Alright, test tube long queues. Save that, and now I need to save it again. Create a new park save. And this is going to be test tube short queues. Alright. So, I guess out of convenience, we'll start with the short queues part, because that's what we're saved on. Alright, so we'll connect the shortest queue to the entrances that we can. Well, not the very shortest, but the shortest to the main path. Because I know that makes a difference. But it'll be the shortest to the main path. Alright. So that's the shortest to the main path. That's still pretty long. Gotta say, it's still pretty long. But this is the test, and then the next one we'll have to put in, I'd say about 2 or 3 snakes in. Okay, so over there. Alright. And back over here. Alright, and open the rides. Now, I should write down the starting money. So the starting money is... Let's write this down. Hold on, get a pen and a sticky pad. We have $1,339. $1,339 with the short queues. And this is year 1, March 4th, so... Okay, so we're back from the initial test. Now, this ride did break down. That might throw the results. But we stopped at 3 months because this was taking a long time. And I really didn't want to wait that long. So we'll go 3 months on the next test. So this finished off with $4,759 for the short queues. And a park population of 202. I'm gonna note that as well. Okay, so let's load the other park and add long queues and give this a try. The date is March 9th. We'll go to 3 months from March 9th, okay, just to make it fair. So March 9th, to 3 months. And we'll find out. Okay. Looking good, looking good. So let's make sure that we open the rides and get this started. Fast speed, here we go. Let's watch all the people arrive. Okay, and then we'll subtract the money as well. All right, 7th, 8th. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close. There we are. Okay. So first of all, the first park had the ride breakdown. The second park did not. However, take a look at the money gained here on June 9th in this long queue park, and this is it's gonna have to do a little bit of math here, but this is 4,328 with just about the same number of guests. This one had 277. The other park had 202, so you did have more guests in the park. However, their total earnings, when you account for the difference in starting money due to having extra paths, so the short path one had 1,300 starting cash, and the long path one had 900 starting cash, with a difference of $400. And you add $400 to this one, you end up with 4,728 against 4,759 for the same length of time. So what did we learn here? Basically, both parks perform the same. However, the one with the longer paths have maybe a few more people in the park. However, you could argue that with the ride breaking down, more people left. But considering that it was that close, I would say that ride length doesn't matter as long as you can fit enough to fill the ride. You know, if the ride is going 24/7 with as many people as you can fit on it, you can't really improve on its productivity. That is maximum productivity. So once you've done that, right, queue length shouldn't matter. And this test basically proves that it doesn't matter. So the thing is, if your queue is shorter than the occupancy of the ride, then it probably will matter. However, that is not the case in either of these tests. Perhaps we should do that next. Let's go ahead, and now that we know this, why don't we just go back and test the shortest, the absolutely shortest queue length. And that will give us our final result. Let's do that. We'll be right back. So this open. So this is shortest queue possible. I think this one's gonna do poorly, but that may just be me. We'll find out. Here we go. 3 months. I gotta say, this game is pretty generous in terms of queue length. Because this park is still making money with 2 loans and only 4 rides. And no staff. Alright, here we are. At the end of the test. As you can see here, this park has made $3,159. It started with $1,122. Compared to the other 2 parks, this has made about $1,600 less with the shortest possible queue. However, it has made money in spite of having 2 loans, as did the other 2 parks. So my conclusion for this is that even if you are terrible at placing the queues, you will still do well, and you will still make money. This game is very generous with that on normal difficulty, of course. There is a harder difficulty, and we might have to test that next. But, for now, we can surmise that it doesn't matter if your path length is suboptimal. If it is just enough to fill the ride, you will make just as much money as if you had more than enough room to fill it 4, maybe 5 times. So this is doing very well, and path length does not seem to impact it that much unless it's too short. Now, that is the shortest it can possibly be, and the park still made money. So, basically, get out there, play some Planet Coaster, and have fun. Thank you all for joining me. I'm BatBeard, and this has been an amazing Planet Coaster test. I'll see you in the next one, if there is one. I hope there is. I better get another idea. I'm working on it now. Going back to the drawing board. We're going to come up with a new test. See you later, guys.